afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Play action, now it's Lance. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Lance. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Come on, set.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week. So this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lance. dropping for a loss of 4. Here comes the Bears punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60.
First and 10, it's Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Bears, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Stroud now on second down. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! K.J. Hamler from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Lance going to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a first and 10 on the short side of the field.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Stroud sets up the play action. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Raffle 80. Hurt, hurt.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
Stroud. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But throwing with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here goes Stroud again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Anthony Schwartz, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. This one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Again, they're up 21 yards. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the
Give
football.
me the ball.
And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
Now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. Albert Okwuegbunam. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first half lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Lance now on first down. Flush to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Watch for 6. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Lance and company going on 4th down. It's caught here by Adams. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
And here's a quick throw to Handler on the edge. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He had a touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting...
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes this 35-0 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. That escapes the sack. Incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Yellow.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. That is caught, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jalen Petrie. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. A good pickup there, a 22.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
18, pioneer. Hurt. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. DJ Chark, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Aubrey Good with a PAT, and it is 42-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Jalen Petrie able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Ready? Throwing now is Lance. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. They do go for it. Lance. Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Bears.
Now a play fake. Lance. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Lutz now to kick this one away. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Roberson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they doubled it and get 10 here. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 2nd down, Roberson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Go, check. Go, check.
They'll run on first down. Roberson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, Roberson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Roberson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Lance. Over the middle, complete. That's Logan. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Again, it's Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First down, Chicago.
Now Lance. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Here's Lance to throw it. Under pressure, they got him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And Allen's got it. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Ready?
And Lance now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Come on, set.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
And Lance going to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Derek Brown The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5. And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your team, give them a little down. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Roberson able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ready up.
2nd and 7. Left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
It inside the 25. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 24-yard line.
Panthers. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Roberson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And again, back to Komet. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Let's go.
18 on the play. And the Bears first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Check smash.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 159 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. On 1st down, Roberson. They find some open field here. On a nice burst there as he take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. They'll run on 1st down. Roberson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Okay, ready?
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard
Unlock
line.
line. Unlock line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Roberson, 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Roberson powering his way forward. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Aubrey now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
56. Bears nothing.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
There's never a good place on the field for football. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Okay, great.
So not just